Greetings, Rusty Dog here. Still here. Yes, I breathed still somehow today. For now. Okay, welcome to Flight Sim 2024. And I'm going to be showing you a lovely little tool for me. Something different to just a big hammer. For Flight Sim 2020, as people like to call it, and Flight Sim 2024. Now, it's called FSiPanel, and what it does is it helps you practice your landings. Now, if you guys have watched my Flight Sim streams, you will know that if there's any area where I need some practice, it's the landings. Certainly because sometimes I might float the plane, land a bit too late. My main issue is probably not getting it centered on the runway. So this program's going to help me practice that and also give me a score as well. It's really cool. I've got the Airbus on screen here. I'm not going to start with the Airbus though. I'm going to start with the IMAX Boeing 737 MAX 8 iFly. Well, did I say IMAX? That's a movie thing, isn't it? Yeah. Oh boy. Well, there's Max in the plane name. What do you expect? Yes, the iFly Boeing 737 MAX 8. We're going to do it in that one. I want to point out from the beginning that there is a glitch. For me, personally, it's not an FSiPanel glitch. It's my glitch. Haven't figured it out yet. I've been back and forth with the author of the program, who's been supremely helpful. And he also furnished me with a copy of FSiPanel, the advanced version. Jean-Pierre, thank you so much. And guys, I just want to show you this tool because it's really, really, really good. So yes, I am definitely name checking it. It's $29.95 for standard edition. It's $49.95 for the advanced. This is the advanced edition where you get extra scenarios and stuff like that you can play out. It's all going to be shown to you on screen, and it's going to be really cool. And it should work with, I think, any plane. The way it does it with the Airbus though and the Boeing, it programs the computers and it does all that stuff. It does it all for you. It's so cool. So I'm going to show it to you. So the glitch that I have with my Phoenix, I've uninstalled the Phoenix, I've reinstalled it from scratch, still have the glitch, but I don't think it uninstalled fully. I got rid of all the folders I could find, but when I went back in, my EFB I was signed into Navigraph, and it knew and all that kind of stuff. So it remembered my plane configuration and everything. So it wasn't fully uninstalled, I don't think. Now it's either my Airbus installation or something's glitched with my Flight Sim. Maybe there's a binding, a key binding or something that shouldn't be there. I don't know what it is, but what it's doing is it's causing the plane to trundle down the runway before it gets positioned for final approach. It's not supposed to do that, and I know that I don't think anybody else is experiencing this issue. This is personal to me, so it's an issue I have to find a solution for. So it's not FSiPanel that's causing this issue, as far as we know. We don't think it is. And I don't get the issue on any other plane. It's just the Phoenix. Right, so let's take a look at it, guys. We'll do a few landings, and also, if I get around to it, we'll do a little flight. So let's just call in the 737, the only one we have in the game at the moment. We don't need to stick any particular livery on it, but I'm going to try a descent into Washington DC. So let's see if we can get an American airline. We got United there, WestJet, Aeromexico, Mexico, Air Canada, American Airlines. 737 American Airlines. Turkish Southwest. Ooh, Southwest. I like that. I like the blue paint on Southwest. Let's do a Southwest. Is it gonna... There she is. Oh, nice. I like that blue. Right. So what we're going to do then is, all we have to do is just tell it what our departure is going to be. Washington, D.C. is... now this is the airport I want to land at. So KDCA, Ronald Reagan, Washington National Airport. I don't have a particular preference for the runway, but if I pick the wrong one based on the winds, FSiPanel will in fact put me right on that, and I can choose a different one. So we've got, well, quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How is there only 7 runways? Oh, I see, there's 6. One, no, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 6. I was going to say, how can it be 7? That's weird. Yeah, 6. So 3 runway strips and 6 runways to choose from, basically. So if we... Oh, let's see if I can get down to it here. So what I could really do is just pick. So I just wanted to see the 3 runways. There they are. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so I'm going... Oops. I'm all fingers today, guys. Right, so we can pick a runway. Let's say 19 and 1 are the longest runways. So, I don't know. Let's choose runway 1. And we're going to click Start Flight. Now, what this does by selecting a runway is the plane will appear on the runway and it will already be powered up. So there's no cold and dark startup to be done. All right, so let's go and do that. Andy K07, mate, how you doing? Gray. Oh, you know what, Andy? I'm going to do a landing in Ireland, I think, as well. Why not? Yeah, you can pick the airport if you want. Gray, how you doing, mate? Welcome. They're all cleared today, by the way, Gray. Today, yeah, cleared. Unbelievable. Von Doodle, hi Von Doodle, welcome. And Bliss of the Apocalypse 100. A handful of thumbs. Yeah, we'd probably get used to it, actually. Now, look at the weather. Did I just see a lightning in the background? Or... Ah, no, it's something. You can just see it coming off the wing in the background. Let's see if we can see that view again. It's not lightning. I don't have a mouse though. Oh yeah, now I do. Can you see it? Yeah. Come on, show me the view. Ah, never mind. It was just something in the background that was kind of like... There, this. What is this? It's not lightning. Okay. Right, so we go ready to fly. So we're ready. Oh, and we are on runway 1. And we are... This plane does not put its handbrake on the runway. I fly, put your handbrake on. Parking brake, whatever. Right, we can power this up if we want to. We're going to have to, actually, because we're going to need a payload. So, let's get some load in the plane, because the plane's currently empty, so we may as well get something in there. So let's go weight and balance. We can run 178 passengers, but let's say we have today 132. So let's go with 132, and can I press enter, or is it set payload? Yeah, there we go. So it spread the passengers out there. Go to cargo. Let's put, I don't know, say 1,000 kilos at the front, 1,020 kilos at the back. We'll set that. Okay, let's go back to passengers, make sure they're there. They are. Fuel, we're not going to need a great deal. So if we start a flight with 6.5 tons, we'll land in maybe with 3.5 or something. Let's go with 3,800 kilograms of fuel. We'll set that. Alright, let's just ensure that that amount of fuel is in the plane. It is. Alright, so we're all loaded. Flaps are set and everything. Alright, so the plane is set, ready to go. It's whinging about how little fuel there is. And yes, that would be not a lot of fuel to take off with. But we're not taking off with it. We're going to be landing with it, so it's fine. So we can ignore that. Alright, so as you can see, guys, we are ready to go. The flaps are set to 5. We're not going to go, though. So, thumb aliens. Yeah, well, it's bound to be something or other. Yeah, sorry. Right. Okay, so here is the icon, which looks like one of those big flight simulator things. So all we have to do is click it, and it's going to say status connecting. Now at this point, what I do is I run the app, which should pop up on the screen. Let me know that you guys can see all clearly and all that jazz. I hope it pops up. It's been told to. Oh no, actually it's been hidden. Sorry, my bad. Right, is that too small? Is it too big? I don't want to, you see, we get messages up in this corner, so I don't want to hide those from you guys. I think we can make it just a wee bit bigger. Just a wee bit. Right. As you can see, it's picked up the airport that we're at. It's also got the weather METAR up there, which is really cool. You'll see that the air pressure today is 3014. So it should actually set that as well. Runway 1, it's already selected. If I want to select a different runway, I can. So I go to runway 1. Now anything that's in yellow here, it's like the wind's coming in the wrong direction. Anything that's white, you're fine. And it also tells you whether ILS is available. Actually, it turns out ILS is only available on runway 1. We don't have it on any of these, and this one is localizer only. So we did pick the right runway, runway 1. And even if this was yellow, I'd go for it anyway. I think it might even turn to red in situations where it's like definitely don't land because the winds are a bit too much. But I think you can still pick a yellow. So if you want to change to a different runway, you can. You can just select runway 33, and then when you position the aircraft for the final approach, it will set it up in the correct position for runway 33. So you can just pick and choose. Also, you've got select fix here, where you can select a star to come in on, or custom waypoint scenarios, which are available in the advanced version. I haven't looked at those myself yet. You can choose a 4 nautical mile final, which is the short, 8 nautical mile is the long final, and X is where you can just put your own in. And you've got air work here, which I think is, you can start at these altitudes and you can do some air work, I don't know. You've got left hand, right hand and base. I'll explain those in just a sec. What else do we have? Failures you can do as well. And once you've got a setup that you like, maybe for a particular airport, you can either you can take a snapshot here, and it will let you, it'll remember that, and then you can load it in later on. Really, really nice. Sim controls. Basically, you've got sim rates. You can freeze position, pause sim. For the Phoenix, to get round the little glitch that I'm experiencing, I'm gonna pause the sim myself to get round that. And you can set these pause. I think you can set these while it's paused. Is that what that is? I haven't really messed with those either, and I haven't been in here. There is a new feature that's been introduced as well, which I think it's in here. Select fix. Where is it? It's something, or maybe I'm in the wrong screen, but it's something where you can use the slew mode as well. I don't know where that is. I thought it was in here. Perhaps not. Right, so as you can see, it's detected my aircraft, iFly 737 MAX 8. That's the correct airport, correct runway, and I want to choose short final, which is 4 nautical miles out. So we're going to pick that. Okay, all I have to do now is click Move Aircraft. There's the summary, 1,000 feet, and that's it. So as soon as I click Move Aircraft, it's going to tell me everything what I need to do on my end. For example, in the Phoenix, you need to set your detent on the throttle to climb. I don't think I need to do it on this. So I'm going to just get this out the way, because we should see it programming the MCDU, or the FMC, sorry, it's an FMC in this plane. Alright, so shall we do it and see what happens? If I botch the landing, don't worry about it. The mere fact that I botched the landings only prove that I need this app. I mean, it's, just think, it's like setting up a flight where you've got to go from cold and dark, taxi it, take off, climb, cruise, descend, and then land before you can practice your next landing. But this program cuts all of that out and just lets you practice the landings. How freaking cool is that? And that's my weak point. So I am ready to go. This is frightening. I mean, can you guys see my mouse pointer there? No. Anyway, yeah. So Move Aircraft. Let's do it now. Oh my God, look at the weather. Now, this plane does tilt up. So we're just going to let it do its thing. Oh, look at the weather, guys. It's atrocious. It's right over the runway, the airport, look. It looks like we're going to go into free fall. So it's setting everything. It's going to set everything on the plane that it needs to. It's going to prepare the aircraft. See, look, the flaps are now... The flaps are now set to 30. Is it going to start programming this? I think so. It's setting the throttles. Where is the frickin' airport? I know it's just beyond the water here. Ah, there you go. Look, it's setting up the computer now. Setting up all the bits it needs to put in. Look at that. Cost index, the weights, the speeds. And on the Phoenix, you can choose whether you want full flaps landing or flaps 30. It's already set the flaps here to 30. You guys know that I like flaps 30 landings. Oh, there's the runway, guys. There it is. How cool is this, man? Can you guys see that line? No. So as soon as it tells me it's ready to go, there you go. Hold your brakes for 3 seconds to take control. It looks a bit gusty, doesn't it? We have a 15 knot wind here. Air pressure, it's set it, look, 3014. It's set everything. Right, the plane is ready to go. It's holding us here, look. It's just holding us here, waiting for me to go. Alright. Holding the brakes now. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I have control. I'm going to now hit the approach mode. It's having to fight a little bit of, there's a bit of a wind here that's pushing the plane slightly to the side. We are running on autopilot, by the way, just so you know. And it's already set the landing speed as well. Or the approach speed, let's call it. So, of course, I could just not do anything right now. I could just let the plane land itself if I want to. But that's not the point, is it? So I'm going to wait till we get to 500 feet, and I'm actually going to just throttle up a little bit. It won't do anything to the plane because the autopilot's doing its thing. But I need some throttle so that I can dethrottle. Look at that. It's coming. Oh, man. Why did it looks windy. Okay, here we go. Follow the flight directors, Rusty. Follow the flight directors. Okay, we're a bit high already.
400.
And look at this, I can just practice a landing just like this.
300. 2.
I didn't have to spend an hour or whatever it was to do a flight.
100.
This is looking good.
50. 40.
Okay, we're a bit high.
20. 10.
A bit fast perhaps, maybe a little bit hard. And there you go. And from right here, from this point, I can just go again. Another short final. Right, shall we see what my landing report is? Oh my god, did I get a belly full of greens for the first time? Right, I'm going to bring up the whole report. It's a massive screen. Hold on. This is a really big window. I deviated from the glide slope. I'm going to bring the window up for you guys. One moment. So let's see. Flight report. It is a nice app on Doodle. Yeah, it very much is. I mean, for me, frickin' hell, how handy is this? So here's my landing look. Landing distance, very good. Deviation from centerline, 10.6 feet. I've had better, but I've had worse. I was a bit to the left. Training required. Touchdown rate of descent, 388 feet per minute. Oh, good. I thought I maybe landed a little bit too hard, like I have done in the past, like 600 and something feet per minute, like really slamming the plane down on the ground, right? So that's good. How much bank at touchdown? 1.3 to the right. Yeah, it was a little bit wavy coming in, wasn't it? And here we've got localizer deviation. Well, yeah, I mean the autopilot took care of that mostly. But this is your deviation from center, and then you've got your glide slope deviation from up and down, right? So it was 1.3 dots. I don't know where that gets measured, but I can tell something from this graph, and it is something that I do. It seems that I do it all the time. Now I have had this in the green before. I've had worse reports than 1.3, and I've had better. But looking at this graph, this green line is where we should be, or close to it as much as possible. But you can see here I got a little bit high, and I think that was at. So this is my glide slope deviation, right? This is this red line, and you're allowed to go a certain amount of deviation. It looks like we started really low though when we came in from 4 nautical miles, which is where FSiPanel dropped us in at. So it looked like we were a bit low there. So I had to, you know, I think this was the plane was on autopilot here. So is this? Yeah, this is miles out. Okay, so this is at 1 nautical mile. What I have noticed is that when we get to around the end bit here, that I just kind of drop. You see, my red line just drops down. Even if I'm on the perfect green, I tend to drop right at the end. And I wonder if that's because I'm coming in like here. I was too high, so I was a little bit high off the glide slope. So this is our glide slope line here, this green. And then you've got you know, 2 lines above it, 2 lines below it. I guess these must represent the dots, right? So the 1.3 above, it must be here. So I think I got a bit too high, and that made me pitch the plane down, and I ended up to get back on the green line, which as you can see I did. But I always seem to have this dip, and then look at the final, what, 0.6 miles was brilliant. I came in just really nicely, and it was a good landing. And then here we've got localizer deviation, which is, you know, how far from, if you imagine this as the runway, Hold on, deviation was left. So imagine the runway. So we're going to be coming in this way, landing this way. And this is the dead center of the runway. This is where I was. So this is my deviation from the center line. I deviated a little bit there. And then for the most of it, once we touched down, I was pretty much bang in the middle. And then just before we stopped, I deviated a bit off again. Well, was I using pappies? I was, yeah, but only to a certain point, because once you get below a certain distance, I don't know how accurate the pappies are, but I started off using the flight director, but I kind of mix between flight director and visual, you know. Try mainly visual, but, you know, keep glancing down at the flight director to make sure I'm not going too far off. Hello, David Pittman, how you doing? Now, when you get to the threshold crossing height, that's the zebra crossing on the runway. Your ideal altitude should be 50 feet. That's when the 50 feet call out should be. I got 46 feet. That's not too bad. So I was 4 foot below perfect. That's not too shabby. Guys, for me, this was a really good landing. For me. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to put the brakes on. Doesn't matter. Right, I don't know whether you can do this, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna just do it again. Just go to short final here. Here you can set your flaps to 30 or 40. I've got it on 30. Your profile, clean, vectors and final. I don't know what clean and vectors is, but anyway, final. And let's just hit move aircraft again. See if it'll do it. What the? How did I get in here? Oh dear. Yeah, I didn't put the brakes on and the aircraft moves. Right, so let's click move aircraft. And here we go again. Here we go again, guys. It's just going to configure the plane. Let's see if we get rid of that. It's just going to configure the plane now. Put all that information back in again. I think. We're not on the initial screen anymore here, so I hope it knows where to go. And you can just spend a frickin'... Oh, it's got my... Now, it's going to have to reduce my flaps, isn't it? Sorry, not reduce the flaps. No, actually, no, it's... Yeah, okay, it's brought them in. Awesome. Ah, now then, you see, is this right? It is. It has. It's gone to the right screen here. I'm not sure whether the first bit was correct that it put in. But did it put information onto the right screen to start with? I think so. Yeah, so I could just sit here all afternoon and practice. So let's say you have an airport, a particular airport, which you arrive at a lot. Let's say maybe Gatwick or Heathrow or something. Or, if not that, let's say you have an airport that you find particularly tricky to land at. You know, it's like a bit of a chain around your neck kind of thing. It's like, oh, I always mess up at this airport because it's got such a tricky landing. Then you can just use this tool and just keep practicing it over and over and frickin' over. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. Okay, so again, let's hold the brakes for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, and stick the approach mode on and let the plane do its thing. We've now got a 13 knot crosswind coming in from there, so it's going to be just the plane. You see there's a little bit of it's just going to be pushing the plane to the side, so the nose is going to be a little bit to the right and the tail is going to be a little bit to the left. So how cool is this? And it works. I can be in this, I can be in my Phoenix, I can be in a Cessna 172. It probably works in the Piper Arrows and stuff, whatever. I think you can do it in anything. Yeah. God, I need this app. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, have a look on the site bundle. It explains the differences between the standard and the advanced. The advanced is scenarios, which we'll have a little look at. Okay, should I ignore flight directors this time and just go visual? Probably not.
400.
But look, the plane's just perfectly set up here for me to go again. And if I've messed up the landing, I can go again. And again. And again. I'm a little bit high here.
200.
50 feet on the zebra crossing.
50.
Oh,
40. 30. 20. 10.
I'm off the center line and I flared. Yeah, that was a bad center line. That was a bad. I was way off center, but I tend to be off center a lot, right? I find that is one of my Achilles heels with landing, is I do tend to be off center quite a bit. So I need to practice. And here is the tool to do it. Let's have a look at my report. Oh God, unsafe landing. Look at the deviation up the center line, 32 feet, 34.2 feet, yikes. Bank at touchdown, perfect. Touchdown rate of descent. Wow, that was nice and smooth. 178 feet per minute. The passengers probably wouldn't even have felt it. Although the passengers on the left side might have thought they were about to go onto the grass. Landing distance satisfactory. Oh, I thought I nailed 60 feet. It's a little bit above, but it's still in the green. My glide slope deviation. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Nice. If it's green, it's good. If it's green, it's good. Maximum rate of descent. Wow. What was I doing here? Descending at nearly 1,000 feet per minute at 150 feet above the ground. And I didn't actually push down too much there either. So this was my centerline deviation. Which way was it? Left. So it must be here. This must have been 34 foot left. Oh man. Yeah, it sets the auto brake for you, by the way. Autopilot disconnect height. Yeah, I do it at 500 feet. Flaps 30. And of course all the weather report, which it gets live. It gets it live. So yeah, we could go again. Now, let's go again, but we're going to go a bit different this time. So, we have got long final, which is exactly the same as what I've just done, but it's from 8 miles out. So we won't probably have captured the glide slope at that point. So it's from 8 miles out, right? Then you've got vectors, where you're coming in from left-hand or right-hand side and just turning in onto the runway, which is fair enough, right? Just this isn't too difficult. I think it just puts you to the side, I think. We'll have to have a look maybe. Then we got left-hand base, which I guess is, you know, you come down, you go along and then up. So maybe this is the base. Maybe it puts you, it looks like it puts you about 90 degrees to the runway and you have to do the turn. And yeah, that's some good information, Bondoodle. Yeah, St. Martin, David, yeah. Oh yeah, imagine that. And downwind. Now you guys probably seen my flights where I'm flying parallel to the runway and then we do a final U-turn and approach the runway. Well, that's what this is. You can start downwind and then just make your turn, you know. I haven't done any of those yet. I've just been practicing my finals because I think these are fine with me. It's that landing I need to nail. The approaches I think I'm okay with. It's just those final moments, the touchdown on the runway, nailing the center line and all that stuff. So we could try, I'll probably mess this up, but we could try left-hand vectors. That's changed the profile to vectors now. Okay, so now we're going to be at 2,600, I can't even read. We're going to be at 2,300 feet, Same runway, but now we're going to be 8 nautical miles out. Will the autopilot handle that? Because there's no flight plan installed here. Okay, left-hand vectors. Move the aircraft. Oh yeah, we are a little bit skewed. Now the GPS should be on. I don't know where we are though.
25.
Right, there's our airport right here, guys. There it is. So yeah, it's off to the side. So we're at 2006, we're supposed to be at 2003, so it'll bring it down on its own. FSiPanel will just bring the plane down. As you can see now, flaps are only at 5, I think, and there's no wheels out yet. I should have picked somewhere that maybe had better visibility. Of course, you can change the weather, right? So that's going to alter the air pressure, but you know, you can change the weather and then maybe just press the button on your keyboard to set the air pressure correctly. And this way you can practice landing at night, you can practice in the rain, you can whatever. Yeah. So if you're sitting to the side of your seat, Von Doodle, would that still work? Probably. Yeah, I think St. Martin would be a great thing. Now you'll notice on here we do have take control, which is just another way of holding my brakes for 3 seconds. I prefer to do that. I can't see jackery, and there's no flight plan, so there's no line to turn me onto the runway here. So I'm going to have to work out my rate of descent to descend down to, actually 2003 we can still capture the glide slope at 2003. So we're 8 miles out. I can hold the plane here for as long as I damn well please. It's still got the same cargo we wanted. It's still got the same fuel, and it's still got the same passengers, same weight. Another thing you can do here, if you want, you can put 178 and you can, you know, fill it. Well, you won't be filling it with fuel because planes don't land full of fuel, but you can, you know, you can simulate a heavy plane to land with. It's all practice. It's all good practice. Look at it, it's just holding here. Just holding here. I could go put the kettle on and make a cup of tea if I want. It's got the altitude set, the autopilot's on, the heading. Now then, wait a minute. The course is 007. Is that correct for this airport? Let's have a look. Where are you? There you are. Good old faithful Navigraph. So how cool is this, guys? I mean, for me personally, it's ideal because I'm okay with everything else. You know, I can start the plane, I can climb it, I can cruise it, I can descend it. It's that freaking touchdown. And the thing I hate most, as you guys probably know, is doing, you know, like a 2.5, 3 hour flight and then messing it up at the end, messing up the landing. Oh, oops, I missed a letter out. Like, is there anything worse? Spending all that time and then, oh geez, no thanks. So, yeah, the more I practice this, the better. Okay, so ILS, Cat 2 landing, runway 1. Let's take a look. So what did it say? Right, so the inbound course, according to FSiPanel, it's programmed in 007. Let's take a look. Oh, it's only nailed it. Look at this. Final approach course. Perfect. Yeah. So it's all working. Our current heading is 037. So what I can do, I guess, as we are now flying on heading. We're not flying on GPS or a flight plan or anything, because there isn't one. So as we're approaching the runway, we can turn the heading to 007 to match the course and allow the autopilot to turn the plane to the correct position. Yeah, nailed it. Ding, 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 ding. That could be the little gun, couldn't it? But anyway. Oh, talking of that, you know the 007 logo? You know, with the gun at the side? Well, the guy who designed that logo passed away today, I think. It was today, yeah. Today or yesterday, anyway. He was 103 years old, guys. Think of that. Amazing. Very iconic logo, I'm sure you guys will see. Right, we actually don't need FSiPanel for now, so let's turn it off. All right, let's go. Let's do this. Let me make a dog's dinner of this, because I don't have a flight plan to follow. So, good training. Okay, so the autopilot's going to hold it here. And I'm just going to have to decide when to change the heading to 007. Now we are flying right now, and the autopilot is doing its thing. I should have checked on the chart there. Is it still going to be open? Oops, didn't think it was coming out. Is it still going to be open at the same chart? No! KDCA. Better be quick because we are en route. Okay, so we got 2.5 and then 1600. All right, I'm going to bring the plane down to 1600 then. Do I need to do this now? Yeah. Oh, he doesn't want to do it. Ah, it's going the wrong way. Okay, now, here we go. Wow, unfamiliarity. I'm going to bring the plane down to that. It would really help, guys, if I could see out the frickin' window. Like, this is not helping. Visibility would be a really cool thing right now. Okay, I'm going to arm approach now. Okay, that was maybe a bad thing to do then. I don't normally fly like this. See, we can lose a bit of speed. I may have to manually do this. Where's me flappage? Okay, localizer has been established, but we are way above the glide slope, guys. We're way above it. I'm too high. Yeah, How to Mess Things Up Royally by Rusty Dog. Yeah, I've fudged this up, guys. Yeah, there it is. There's my runway. Actually, I think it's there. I just turned too late. I don't think you can reset, like, I don't think, I mean, you probably could, but it's not advisable to say, for example, go into a FSiPanel now and reset the thing to short final or long final while we're in flight. I don't think you can do that. But clearly, I am not ready for vector approaches. I have actually done one. I did one in the Phoenix and it worked out fine. But on that occasion, I could see out the window. I didn't have like a really low cloud cover. So yeah, we'll have to obviously abort that one. And if any proof was needed that I needed practice, well, there you go. So okay, let's try something different then. So what we do now is, if we're going to reset the flight, we have to close down FSiPanel, the actual app itself. We close that down. Let's come out of here actually. Let's go to main. Yeah, it would have helped if I could see the airport runway. I could have turned the plane more accurately, and I think I could have probably done it manually myself. I wasn't ready. I should have had Navigraph ready. I should have had the height ready and all sorts of stuff. Or I could even have just gone in and told the plane, hey, head towards this airport, and it would have just done it. You know, when you go into the FMC computer, the or MCDU, whatever, when you go into that, I could have just said, hey, here's the airport, go head to it right now, and the autopilot would have headed to it itself. But I could have done that, but then I wouldn't have been able to, it would have just made a beeline for it, and that's not what I want. I don't want it to do a beeline. I want it to turn from a few miles away to give me time to prepare the descent, so that's no good. So okay, let's switch to Phoenix, and we can do the 319, the 3, oops, that doesn't work, the 320 or the 321. So okay, we have this one. So I've got the Sharklet ones for the 320. Forget that one, that's any bills. So yeah, Sharklet, IAE and CFM, and then WF, CFM and IAE. So we're going to choose this one. Now it doesn't have to be the United States. We could go land somewhere where it's getting a bit dark. Let's try Newcastle. Yeah, it's there, why not? Runway, sometimes I pick runway 25 and it puts me on runway 27 anyway. It's the same runway, I think. Yep, it's the same runway, just from a different side. I don't know which is the correct side, but if I pick the wrong side, it's not going to matter. FSiPanel will still. So okay, it's Delta. It's not British Airways or EasyJet or whatever. It doesn't matter. So this is going to work slightly differently now. Okay, it's just loading up my Phoenix app. Lovely. All right. So yeah, for me personally, I'm going to be practicing the short finals and the long finals. The other ones, I don't know if I want to do those without a flight plan. Maybe. Right, so this is how the Phoenix is set up. Just make sure you wait for the GPS to kick in first before you do anything. GPS has to kick in, and just make sure that your engines are up and running, and on this one they are. So I'm not going to do a damn thing until we've got GPS. Otherwise FSiPanel isn't going to... Okay, there we go, we've got it. Right. What did I want to check? Right, air pressure here is going to be in hectopascals. So currently it's set to 1013. I don't think that is what it really is, but FSiPanel will set it for us. Yes, I know why I want it to be here. So let's go into here, straight into mass and balance, and let's get some stuff in here. So passengers, how many can we take? 180. Okay, let's give ourselves 133 this time. Cargo, I don't know, I like to be around 2 tons. Fuel, we can do maybe 3.5 tons, 3 tons, something like that. It's only a landing, it doesn't matter. So now we're going to apply and load the aircraft, and we should see the airplane dip down. There it goes. And I'm also going to send it to the MCDU. I don't know whether I need to, but I've done it anyway. Okay, so now the plane is loaded as it would be on a flight. Oh, yeah, let's get rid of those analog instruments. So we want this, brake fans as well we want. And also, I think what we need is, in controls, we have to make sure, I think, that scrolling acceleration is off. I believe that is a requirement. Because I didn't have it on before, but I did get a warning from FSiPanel to turn it off. So, yeah. Okay, I'm good. Oh, hi. Didn't know she was there, so I wasn't talking to myself. Right, you can ignore all of this stuff. This is all fine. All right. So let us call up the connection program. There we go. And let's call up FSiPanel. Now I'm going to have to do a pause sim because otherwise the airplane's just going to trundle down the runway. It's fine. It'll trundle all the way down, and then in the next second it'll just be up in the air like it's supposed to be. So it doesn't really matter, but I just prefer for it not to do that. So what I've found is that if I pause the sim first before I tell it to move aircraft, once it's up in the air I can unpause and we're good to go. Okay, so as you can see, again, runway 7, Newcastle here, and yeah, just very simple. It's picked it up here. The air pressure reported here is, where the hell do they put it here? Oh, right at the end, 1021. So that's 1021 should get set on the sim here. Okay, let's go short final again. And ILS, runway 7, it's telling us it is an ILS approach. Oh, it's a good thing for me to practice RNAV approaches as well, right? Yes. We're going to be set at 1,300 feet, 4 nautical miles away from the runway. Okay, so I'm going to just pause the sim and click Move Aircraft. See, at this point it would be pushing me down the runway. Please switch off scrolling acceleration and click here to continue. See, you have to turn that off. I think that's come up because I've got the pause on. Oh, it's set the QNH. I don't know why it's put it there. There we go. Now, can I... No, I can't pause then. I was wondering whether it was going to... Oh, I'm just going to let it go. Ah, so I've messed it up then. Okay, that was my fault then. I'm just going to let it... I thought the pause worked. It did last time. I'm just going to let it do its thing. I'm going to let it do its thing and run me down the runway. I seem to be the only person on planet Earth suffering with this glitch. So we'll just run it again. So let me close down the client software, because we can't have it running yet. Yeah, I thought the pause thing would do it, but it seems the pause is now affecting FSiPanel as well. Okay, so just waiting for it all to power up. So this is just the Phoenix putting itself into a ready-to-go state. While it finishes all of that stuff, which it looks like it already has, let's go and fill the plane up. So we'll get like a few passengers on board, we'll get a couple of tons of cargo, and we'll get about 3 tons of fuel. Instant loading, and send it to the MCDU. Oh, these... Why don't you remember these things? Digital, please. There. I like this. Why are you still here? Is that this? Yeah, that's gone now. We have to take a look at this as well, guys. This is another new feature on this plane. Okay, I think everything's ready. GPS is alive. Okay, so yeah, as I said, there is a glitch, but it's me. It's on my side. So let's see what happens. Let's run this. Okay, let's wait for it to find everything. Newcastle, initialization, short final, parking brake is set. Yeah. It hasn't put any flaps on yet. So we are going to trundle down the runway. Don't worry. Okay, move aircraft. So it's going to start working on like everything, and it'll program the MCDU. By the way, holding the brakes on the aircraft doesn't make any difference. Doesn't make any difference at all. Right, set my thrust levers to the climb detent. Now the moment I do that, it's going to put us up in the air. And I think that's probably the time I should be... Oh, great. That's probably the time that I should be unpausing it. I don't know. Anyway. So it's going to prepare everything. I've got no visibility on these landings, man. We'll be fine. As long as we get visibility, you know, just around 500 feet, I'm fine. Cabin pressure, landing elevation fault. Okay, now it's doing all of this. Just make sure we're on the climb detent. We are, because otherwise this would be flashing here. So plane's happy. You can adjust the speed it puts this data in as well. I've got it not maximum, but just a couple of steps down from maximum speed. Entering the zero fuel weights, entering the arrival. There you go, it's entered the arrival.
1,000. Flight slow.
Okay, we don't need...
Flight slow.
Okay, it's got rid of that mess. No, it hasn't. We'll clear
Flight
that.
Slow. Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow.
Okay, I've noticed how the plane's not paused here though. If I leave it... Ah, it keeps resetting backwards. Okay, gotcha.
Flight slow.
Right, I don't even... I mean, come on. Give me visibility. I suppose this is good practice though, right? Alright, so I'm going to hold the brakes. I'm going to just tilt the view to the side because I want the approach mode to be visible. So 1, 2, 3, and approach mode armed. I now have control. And I'm hoping... Yeah, okay, everything's good.
Glide slow. Glide slow.
I don't know what that is. Is it raining? Okay, so localizer established. We are below the glide slope, so it's just coming into us now. It is raining. Man, I'm going to just pick a landing in Abu Dhabi, I think. I think I'm guaranteed. Okay, we've got the glide slope. It's all done.
Don't sink.
Why are you saying this?
Don't sink.
The glide slope is doing everything for us.
Don't sink.
Don't sink.
Don't
Just what
sink.
you say.
Don't sink.
Okay, come on.
Don't sink.
Should I...
Don't sink.
I mean, I can see the puppy lights,
Don't
but
sink.
not much more.
Don't sink.
See, this is where I would be disengaging autopilot.
Don't
Okay,
sink.
I've got the plane, guys. I'm just going to use the flight directors.
Don't sink.
I'm going to purely use the flight directors to get me on the ground because I don't know what the hell.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Okay, now I have a visual.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
I'm not sinking, you pillock.
Don't sink.
I'm not even looking at the runway. It's just flight directors.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
Okay, now we're going to go purely visual, I think.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
40, 30,
Don't
20,
sink.
retard.
Oh, I'm flaring too much, and we're off center. Isn't it funny when I do an actual flight, and I come into land, I don't land this bad. That was really bad. That was off center, and I don't know. I just pitched up. With this new Phoenix that they've launched, you know, with a big update that they did, the way the plane lands is now completely different to what it used to be before. And I've only landed like twice with it, I think. So I'm not used to it. But now, when you bring it in, you have to, I think, be a little bit more forceful bringing it down. And also, when you pitch the nose up to flare, you don't do it very much. You're supposed to just do it a little bit and it's enough. I'm used to doing it the old way where I can pull up and it's still okay. Now if I pull up the same amount, it's too much. So the landing dynamics have changed. And even Phoenix said, you know, don't come to us and tell us it's all wrong and everything, just practice. It is more accurate and it's different. And yeah, very true there. Should we take a look at the report? Okay. That was bad, by the way. Unsafe landing, hard landing. How much did I deviate? My threshold was okay. Deviation here was fine. But I landed at 629 feet per minute. That was a hard touchdown. Now, does it mention about the flare? Anything? Ah, here. Well, bank at touchdown. 2.5 to the right. But pitch, here we go. 6.2 up. Doesn't put a marker, a green or anything there. 6.2. I think that's too much. Yeah, I don't think you need that much with the new Phoenix now. Landing distance. So that's basically from touchdown to stopping, I think. Okay, so yeah, I deviated quite hard. and my touchdown was too hard as well. You can see here we're on the line where we need to be, and then suddenly, as I told you guys, as we get towards the end of the, almost at the runway, I dropped my plane below the glide slope quite a bit, and we were below it here, which is why it was calling out glide slope. I guess that's why, but I've got no control here. Where's 500 feet? So yeah, so 500. So if we take a line across here, this is where I take control. I did leave it a bit late this time because I had not much visibility. I would say I took control from around here. And as you can see, I pitched the plane down straight away and I was off the whole time. So at least I know why it was bad. But I would think that if I came down too much too early, that I'd be lower than I should be, and therefore I wouldn't need to do a hard landing because I've got plenty of time to play with and very little altitude. Do you know what I mean? But I still managed to slam the plane down really hard. I mean, she was fine. Tell you what we can do, guys. I don't know if it's going to change the air pressure. It probably will. But if we take away live weather and just click on short final. Oh, by the way, when you select flaps 3, FSiPanel will go up here and select the flaps 3 button. It'll do that for you. So you don't have to remember anything. Alright, move the aircraft. Go on, slide me down the runway. Or is it whinging? Oh, sometimes the brakes get really hot too. Don't worry about this. Okay, I think my thrust levers are in the climb detent, aren't they? No, they're a bit above. There we go. Oops.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Okay, we got there. Okay, we're a bit high, so it's going to have to reduce our... We're at 3,000, it's going to have to reduce that. Yeah, the brakes get hot on this new Phoenix as well, I noticed. They're very prone to getting hot. I don't know why. Okay, it's just programming. Oh, at least I can see now. Looks nice, doesn't it? Wow. So yeah, I just want to do one more test after this. Not with this plane. We'll do it in a little plane. And
1,000.
yeah, no autopilot or anything like that. Just to show how much I can mess things up. Oh, did I... Are the weights still on here? I think so. Yeah, everything good. Right. So, 1, 2, 3. Where did the text go? Did it tell me I have control? Okay, localizer we have. Glide slope is armed and it's coming to us. That looks nice. Right, let's get the view set. Glide slope is now locked in. Actually, for a landing, I'd like to just go a little bit closer, if you don't mind. Sometimes it'd be nice to just be up there. Don't worry, that's just some error message on here. Oh, gear not down? That's weird. Normally it would be. Told you my aircraft is just completely glitched.
500.
One day I might be in the mood to uninstall Flight Sim and reinstall it again. Oh, this feels smooth this time. My problem is it's the moment that I move the joystick. The moment I move the joystick, I set up a chain reaction where I've got to keep countering. Come on, Rusty, come on. Come on.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard. 5.
I floated it for a little bit. I just wanted to get the thing centered up a bit better. I'm a little bit to the left, aren't I? Is that better? I don't know. Looks like it might be. We've got a few greens here. Let's take a look at the landing report. Oh my God, everything is green. I think that's the first time I've done it in the Phoenix, where everything was green. Look at that landing, guys. 171 feet per minute. Butter smooth. Good, very good, nice landing and perfect. And my deviation, look at the localizer. Nothing. Frickin' nailed it. Absolutely nailed that. Look at me following the line here. See? Practice. I don't know. I mean, I didn't change the weather. I just changed the time of the... Oh yeah, I did change the weather, didn't I? Yeah, it's a clear day with no wind or anything. So, yeah, I did change the weather. Rate of descent, almost 700 feet per minute at 150 feet. So that is around here. But then we got the thing slowed down, flared it up, and landed at 171 feet. Yes, seeing the runway helps. It does. But you might say, well, hold on though. I want to practice in scenarios where I can't see the runway until the last few, like maybe the last 30 seconds or something. Maybe, you know, so you can go in and preset the weather to something that you want, a scenario you want, where your visibility is pretty bad. Because, you know, you could say, well, okay, if I see the runway, it's a lot easier. And when I can't, it's a little bit more challenging. So maybe challenge yourself and just keep trying to land at those. You can set up whatever scenario you want using all of the settings here on the FSiPanel, and then you can just take a snapshot. I think that's what it does, right? It snapshots all the settings. Do you want FSiPanel to preset your cockpit? Yes or no? Yeah. Ooh, something beeped. I sorted out that disconnecting USB problem I was getting. All I did was I just unplugged everything that was plugged in USB, and then I just plugged it all back in again. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, another window's popped up here, guys. I'm going to see if I can show it to you. Right, so I've not tried this before. So you program your own MCDU and it takes a recording of it. So hold on a minute then. Does that mean I can program all my flight plan in as if I'm going to have like a proper flight and land in Newcastle Airport with a flight plan all on the screen. And then when I load the snapshot back in, it's going to program all the flight plan back in again, so that I will have a full landing with a flight. Is that what that does? No way. Profile ready for takeoff selected. There's a YouTube tutorial there to check it out. Oh, I'm going to have a look at this. Because we could do a flight right now, let's say from Gatwick to Newcastle, okay? And I just put the whole flight plan in from SimBrief as normal, but I have it already recording here, so it's everything I do on the MCDU, it's all getting recorded. This is all back in its initial state now. And you guys can't see that, can you? But it is. There you go. MCDU is all in its initial state. And then, yeah, and then I can just... is that what that does, though? Will it remember the flight plan? It must do, because it won't remember it, but it'll perform all the button presses that I do. So it should put the flight plan in, right? As well as all the other settings. But what it will change every time you go in is the air pressure. Well, hell damn, that's amazing. I didn't even know it had that, guys. Okay, I'm not going to do it, but I am going to watch this YouTube tutorial. Definitely. And see if it does what I think it does. If it records everything I do, you know, when we're cold, dark, starting the plane up and programming the flight plan, and it can record all of that, and then when you load the snapshot in, it's already there. So that when it puts me on the long final or the short final or whatever, or I can say, let's say there's a waypoint or a star called, I don't know, let's call it Phoenix 1M. So you can go here and you can select the star and you can select Phoenix 1M here. And then when you load the snapshot, it should have the purple line leading all the way to the runway. I guess, I don't know. Now the advanced version, which is what this one is, gives you these training scenarios, guys. That's what this one is. I don't know, do I need to how do I get to it? Let's shut this down, start it up again. Yeah. So Von Doodle, what do you think? What do you think of it? It's neat or what? It's pretty cool, right? I haven't gone into these scenarios yet, though. Failures. Yeah, you can have fires and stuff. And you've got all of these. So you can set up specific things for the Phoenix. You can set up specific things, whether you want it to program the MCDU, hardware MCDU connected, so it does support my WinWings MCDU, does that. Whether I want a flaps full or flaps 3 landing. Then you've got the iFly 737, you can choose for that. You've got the Inibil's Airbus A300 and the A320 here. You've got PMDG 777. Now, the FSiPanel for 2020 is a separate product, so if you want it for both, you'd have to buy it twice. Yeah, so here's scenarios. Manage training scenarios. I haven't actually looked at these. You've got push to talk and say again. ATC instructors, voice and text. Guys, I don't know. I haven't. Let's have a test audio.
Top 65 Delta Hotel contact Brest, fréquency 119 décimal H25. Très bonne fin de journée.
That's the developer guy. That's Jean-Pierre. I'm sure. Please define your push to talk buttons first. Yeah, I haven't even done this, so there's so much to delve into that I haven't gone into here. But I think, like I say, I think the scenarios is only available in the advanced version. I'll have to select these and maybe have a look at this another time and whatnot. So you've got your options here. You can actually choose, you know, the short final is set to 4, the long final is set to 8. You can change that to something different. You've got your weights and your units, how you want them. VR headset, if you have it on, you can use that as well. Your distance the wrong way, your altitude, you can just customize it to the way you want it, basically. Yeah, it's all pretty neat. Yeah. So I think this is not happening because I haven't set any up yet. I think I've not set any scenarios up and I haven't mapped my buttons, which is why it's not doing anything. Because yeah, I don't have any set up. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Let's try then. Let's shut this down because we need to change aircraft. And let's try it with a little Cessna or something. Let's have a look. So let's go from the big guy to the little guy. This one. Okay. Why don't we do... Oh, let's find somewhere else, guys. What about South America? Caracas. Oh, Venezuela then, right? Okay. But you can choose little tiny... It doesn't have to be massive airports, right? We can choose little tiny airports. Yeah, this is Venezuela. Okay. Let's see if we've got a little... Okay, there's a little airport. Let's take a look at it. Acarag... What did it call itself? Acarigua. Okay, we've got runways 11 and 29. So let's set it to... It doesn't tell you which ones, like where the wind's coming from or anything. But let's go to runway 11 at Oswaldo Guevara something that doesn't fit on the screen for no reason at all. This looks like a regional airport, right? It doesn't look like anything main. But you could choose little, you know, I suppose anything. Oh, this is going to be fun in SS. I'm probably going to mess this up a lot easier. It's going to be easier to mess it up than it will be using the big planes. Am I still in Venezuela? I didn't even check. But at least the weather's good here. Let's see if it's live, because I don't think it is live. If it isn't, let's set it to live. Yeah, it's pretty much exactly the same. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Right. So just make sure everything is set. I don't have to bother with... Oh, geez. Sorry. You don't have to wear that uniform for here. Yeah, don't need to bother with setting weights, masses, balances, or any such thing here. All right. So yeah, no autopilot on this one. Right, so let's see if it's going to do it. Let's click in. Connecting. Let me now run FSiPanel. Man, if there was ever a program, like a tool, that I would have asked for. This would definitely be high up on the list. A landing trainer. Okay, so it's picked. Yes, we are in Venezuela. This is, I'm not even going to pronounce that. Batalla, yes I am. Batalla de Araue. I don't know. Detected, oh, it just says general aviation. It's in green, so it looks like it's kind of happy. Runway 29, that's what we're on for sure. Click short final and move aircraft. Oh Jesus, again with the visibility. Everything is ready, release your parking brake. What do you mean everything's ready? Where's the runway? Okay, parking brake is now done. I have control. Thanks. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's the runway, guys. I think. I'd like to sit a bit further up. Can I sit? No, not that far. There we go. This is all manual now. It's just all pure guesswork. So that purple flight director in the middle of the screen, am I following that? Because I'm going to overshoot the runway if I do. We don't have autopilot on, do we? It's going the wrong way, guys. It's steering the wrong way. Hold on. Hold the phone. I'm steering one way and the steering wheel's going the other way. Can someone remind me where the frickin' autopilot is on this? Because I don't use it. Oh, it doesn't. I think the disable button should be. There we go. Do I have control now? Yeah, now I've got control. Okay, so yeah, there you go. I just didn't have control of the plane at all. Oh, it's very bouncy, isn't it? Am I supposed to be following that that purple arrow because it's a little bit off?
Don't sink, don't sink, don't sink.
I promise you I won't.
Don't sink, 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 don't sink.
Yeah, so it saves me the time of having to prep the plane and take off. This is very windy. Holy Jesus Christ. I've got the pappies perfect. Oh, come on. This is ridiculous. What the hell was the plane doing waving around so much? Ah, we're drifting. It's the wind, man. It's pulling me along. No, I can't compensate for it. I'm just going to have to bring it down. That was awful. Everywhere's going to be a red. That was terrible. Now look at the flight director. Why is the flight director not pointing? I don't know. I can't explain it, to be honest. I don't understand these small planes. Surely the yellow is me and the flight director is the purple and I have to follow that. So why was it stuck up in the air, like as if it wanted me to land in the hills? Unsafe landing. Apparently I got something called a KISS landing. Yeah, well you know what, you can go and kiss. Unsafe because of deviation. I couldn't correct it. Yeah, you don't get all of the other information here, obviously. But look at this. This was the wind just pushing me, or something was pushing me anyway. I think I'm going to do that again. Okay, let's go short final and move. Adjust power as needed. Okay, it won't make any difference because okay, now I've got it. Right, so that's just me disconnecting the autopilot. So do I have control? I believe so. Okay, let's try and keep the plane steady this time. What flaps are we on? Zilch? Nothing? Nada? Okay. I don't need to go with any flaps at the moment because we're not really particularly going too quickly. Is there a display anywhere here for the wind? Because I don't know where to look for that. Oh, the moment I apply any yaw, it is all over the place. It's so sensitive. Okay, flaps 1 has been applied. I'm a little bit skew whiff, aren't I? There we go.
Don't sink, 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 don't
Shush.
don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't
Put your flapping to listen to that, dude.
don't sink, 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 don't sink.
I won't sing anything, I promise.
Don't sink.
You won't hear a single note out of me.
Don't sink. 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 Don't sink.
500.
Can I sync now? It is so very different. Oh, this is... What is going on? It doesn't like me yawing, like the rudder. It does not like that at all. Any amount of rudder, it's so freaking sensitive. Oh.
Stall.
Yeah, stall. Stall now.
Stall.
I guess I counted the drift. I can't do this freaking thing. Give me a Boeing or an Airbus. These small planes are a pain in the ass. The two, or at least this particular plane, is so susceptible to any amount of breeze or rudder input. It does not like it. I wonder if there's a way maybe I can make it a little bit less sensitive. It seems that just the slightest application. Yeah, it really is sensitive to it. I don't know if there's a yaw damper on these planes. I've got no idea. There might be a way to find out. There. So where would I have it? Keyboard? Yeah, keyboard would be good. Okay, so toggle your damper. Only my damper. Don't do anybody else's, just my damper. Right, so this one, let's go Shift Alt Y. Okay, that's not being used anywhere else. Shift Alt and Y. Okay, that's good. So now, if I press it and I hear any clicks, no, I don't hear anything, so perhaps it doesn't have such a thing. No, nothing's getting clicked, is it? Okay. I have to say, that looks nice up there. What I need to do is set up a camera for landing, because this is too low and that's too high. So, as I don't have any custom camera set up for this plane, what I want to do is set up a position where I want to be a bit closer and a bit higher. Something like that, but I still want to be able to see the screen. Maybe just to, no, I can't go any higher? No. But then this takes me, okay, I'm fine there then. That's as high as I can go, as long as I can still see all the information on the screen here. A little bit closer, and I'm going to do Control Alt and 1, so that when I go back to my normal position, Alt 1 gets me into my landing position when I'm just looking up a little bit more. Fine. Just trying to make very tiny movements on the rudder. So yeah, there's no actual aircraft setup for this plane. It doesn't have to program anything. FSiPanel just sets you exactly where you want to be. Yeah, it's even just not moving anything, it seems. Yeah, I need to get some, it seems sensitive. I just need to get some, what's it called? Oh, rudder trim. Yeah, I need to trim the rudder a little bit. It seems to be a little bit out. This plane's all over the place. Let's just speed things up a little. Take it to where I want to go. Into anything, shall we? High above somewhere in Venezuela. So I wonder if, because this plane is a lot less complex, whether I could now choose, say, a left-hand vector approach and move the aircraft. Only one way to find out. Ooh. Okay, my parking brake is off this time. Yeah, have a safe landing. Thanks. I don't even know where I'm going now. Where's the airport I'm supposed to be going to? If it's a left-hand vector, then it's... What? Okay, well, there's an airport behind me, but I don't know which one was the one I'm supposed to be at. SVAC, where's that? It's got to be within 4 miles, but it's not showing it here. Oh boy. Well, that's great. It's not even on the map. So I would need to have something like little nav map running or something. Autopilot was on. Yeah, I'm just going to land it somewhere else because my airport's not listed on this screen. Let's see if we can bring the plane down a little. I wonder how far I am from the SVAC airport. I mean, I could go there. I could just program it in, just find where the nearest is, the nearest option, which is somewhere on this computer. And then I could just pop it in and then just say, you know, go there. Is this a runway? Just put it in a field. Okay, to show me my landing there. Okay. Just to be able to see a little bit over the nose and a little bit closer. Yeah, that'll be handy. Let's add a bit more power. Yeah, and we're using localizer here, not GPS or anything. So I'm not even paying any attention to that. Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Hang on just a cotton pick a minute there, boy. What is this over here? Ah, a runway. It's not a big one. Okay, I'll take it.
500.
Pounds. Okay, so 70, 270, 250. Annoying me, I haven't turned enough, or I haven't extended enough. But this thing's turning really quickly. We need to change to a 250 heading, I would imagine. I didn't give myself a lot of space, did I? I should have gone on a bit further. Probably belongs to some farmer. We are quick though. Oh, Jesus. So what is that, like a farmhouse? Oh, there was a little screenshot thing I saw a couple of days ago. Now I haven't seen the movie. I've played the game, but I haven't seen the movie. But it was a screenshot of a scene from the movie The Last of Us, where they stood on near a hillside, and somebody knew where that was, and they went to that location in Flight Sim 24. And they, you can, as you know, you can step out and have a walk, and that's what they did. So they stepped out, don't get cut up on the propeller, and they just looked out over the same location, and it was exactly the same. The trees weren't exactly the same type of trees, but there was trees on the hill, exactly as in it was a really uncanny resemblance, and it was just some random coordinates on the planet. And yeah, Flight Sim got all the correct hill shape in place and everything. Amazing. This sim just never ceases to amaze me. Can we cut the engines from here? Doesn't look like it, does it? I'm trying. No, we can't. Oh, it did close. Yo! Don't think she's impressed. Yeah. How do you get nearest on here? Where does that come from? I'm used to the earlier Garmin's, not these newer ones. Right, so we've got direct. We could do this, I suppose, but that's not quite the same thing. And it was SVAC, wasn't it? So we can click keyboard here. It's already clicked. Does that mean I can type? Yep. SVAC. So there it was. And activate. Oh, do I have to press enter? What? No, not activate like in the air. Activate. We're going to crash as I try and find the enter key. There it is. far away are we though? Now we've got GPS on. So this is the airport we was, or the airstrip we were supposed to be going to. Oh, it's a fair distance then. Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's around 12, 13 miles away. Don't think I'll bother landing it on it though. But there it is. We could just, there's no point, but we could just slew over there. How did I get back in the air again? Fine, it's fine. Okay, so as you can see, we're just a little bit too far to the left of it. But we can get back on course, bring that purple line in so it lines up. Oh, we've got boxes up here, look. This is all new to me. Flying through rectangles. I've never seen this. We're a bit low then, so we can get a bit of height. So I just have to fly through the rectangles, it'll take me straight to the runway. Yeah, follow that little green reticle, I think, is the target. It's like I'm playing freaking time gates on the Spectrum. It really does not like me making anything more than about 3 millimeters of twist on the rudder. It doesn't like that. This is cool though. I've never seen this before, flying through the boxes to guide you there. What a cool thing. It looks like it's slightly off. It's there, right? So okay. Follow this to see where it goes now. Well, I know where it's going to go, but I mean, I want to follow this to the end. I want to see those boxes dipping down because we're a little bit under. We are still flying through them, but we're a little bit under. And at some point, it's got to be descending, hasn't it? I wonder how good it will be at bringing us down though. My altitude right now is 2,200 feet. Just the green target is where we're going. That should be ouch, that should be where we need to head to. I've never played fly through the boxes on a Garmin before. I didn't even know this was a feature. But it's really handy though. Following the GPS line is easy enough on its own, but this is a little helping hand. For nothing if I botch the landing though, right? Still at 2,200 feet here. I'm hoping these boxes are going to dip when it's time to go down. Otherwise we'll be crossing. See, there's the runway. Shouldn't it be dipping us now? I'm gonna deviate away. I'm gonna follow the green reticle. So I don't know where those boxes were taking us, but it's... Thing is though, we're off, well, the GPS line is a bit broken on that, on this dial here. So I don't know whether it's expecting me to land on the other side of the runway or what.
Don't sink, don't sink.
Well, I have to sink in order to land, don't I?
Don't sink, 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 don't
Oh
sink.
my god. This thing's all over the place. It's pushing. See, I'm flying in a straight line. The back of the front, the nose, when I land this fucking thing, the front of the nose always dips down. What was I going to say? Yeah, so I'm flying in a straight line, trying to compensate a little bit for the drift, and I was still getting pushed to the right. And I think the only way to avoid it was to put full rudder on. But then I think we all know what happens to the plane when we do that. It panics. Every time I've landed with this silly little plane, it seems to just go nose down, like it wants to bury itself into the ground like a mole. So we're going to give up on that. So, there it is. Let me just bring this up a little bit so you guys can see it before we drop it out. So yeah, there you go. FSiPanel. For anybody who wants to hone their landings. Works with pretty much every plane. And it's brilliant. I love it. I'm going to be using it for the big jets, and I'm going to be using mainly these two functions here, short and long. And once I'm, a bit better practice with those, I can do I can select stars for certain runways, and come in using a star, like a full approach, as opposed to just a final one. Or you can select whatever distance you want. Here, it doesn't have to be 4 or 8. You can choose to be 7 miles away or 10 miles or whatever you want. Airline flights. Don't know what that does. Maybe that needs something. Oh, I'm not on a airline plane. Yeah. So, FSiPanel. Available from. Oh, the link to FSiPanel's in the video description, by the way, just in case you guys were interested. I like it. I love it. Yeah. I have a definite use for it. So thank you to the developers Jean-Pierre as well, for granting me a copy of this to show you guys. I'm going to start practicing my landings. I'm not going to have an excuse anymore, am I, for why I botched up a landing. Hey, but I did a good one, didn't I? I did do a good one in that in the Phoenix. I got greens all the way through the landing report, so can't complain. Just have to nail it. But that was in perfect clear weather though, so yeah. Alright guys, there you go. And I'm very interested to have a look at the where did I have to go now? Oh yeah, the snapshot. Yeah, to have it record the MCD. I'm very interested in that, because if that does what I think it does, that's going to be really, really handy. To not just that, but to do a long or short final with a flight plan already loaded. Ooh, yes. Perfect. Okay, that's going to wrap it up then, guys. So, there you go. 2 hours. Not too shabby. If it helps anybody, if this program helps anybody, go grab it, man. Yeah. Cheers then. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. I'm going to be updating my end credits after this, so just so you know, this is the last time these are going to be on here. See you then.